to them. It's a totally different experience.
Meserve said her photographer has been working with a broken foot since yesterday morning as they continue to bring all of us the stories of Katrina's aftermath.
Well, CBS 4's Brian Andrews has been riding out this storm from the beginning to the end in New Orleans, and we understand we have Brian on the phone with us now. Brian, hi, how are you, first of all?
Well, I'm exhausted. My photographer didn't break his foot, but he did get whacked with a piece of glass yesterday. But he's okay. He just got a little cut on his cheek, but we got a Band-Aid, and it's just a superficial, like a scratch, so he's okay. We actually managed to get what appears to be the last food of the day at this hotel. They're completely out now. It was eggs and grits and water. They're running out of food here. People are running out of patience. There are long lines for telephones. I just found this payphone. I went walking through a hotel looking for any phone that worked, and this is the one that I found. As I'm sure you guys have mentioned, New Orleans is going under martial law. They're concerned about the looting. They're concerned that, what if for some reason, a power line becomes activated, it's down, and then somebody gets electrocuted walking through these floodwaters. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like this.
We're looking at these pictures, Brian, as you're talking, and it looks like there's water everywhere. What have you heard about the people who have been stranded on rooftops? Is any effort being made to bring those people to safety?
Well, I can tell you the Coast Guard and the National Guard have like a helipad set up at the Superdome, and they've been lifting off every 5 minutes, running crews down into Metairie and Kenner and the east part of New Orleans. And as Angela, as you were just saying, yeah, they've got people who are literally cutting into the roofs of houses, looking to see who's hiding up in the attic. Other people are actually out on their roofs. It's quite the natural disaster out of New Orleans proper into the suburbs and parts of the bayou, and even up in Biloxi. I got 3 friends from CBS who were trying to cover the thing. They got stranded in a condo and couldn't get out. Their satellite truck got swamped, and all their rental cars washed away. So. It's a real mess here. We're all concerned about what's going to happen as the days go by, because really right now there's no access, or the access in and out of New Orleans is extremely limited. Part of I-10 got washed out, and it seems like this Crescent City connector is the only way to get in and out. And with the floodwaters coming up, there's some concern that that's going to be impassable at some point later in the day. And with no way in or out, what do you do about getting in relief supplies and food? I'm sure you airlifted in, but I don't know.
Isn't the airport closed, Brian?
I'm sorry?
Isn't the airport closed as well?
Your guess is as good as mine. This is like the 3rd telephone I've been able to get to today. Information is a commodity. It's hard to come by here. You get it where you can.
Well, we saw your report earlier, and you were out and about. How far are you able to go out before it's just too flooded or it's just too dangerous?
Well, we drove all the way to the edge of the French Quarter to where it started getting really flooded, and then we're pretty much limited to the downtown area. We were able to drive over because we saw thick black smoke coming out of the skyline, and we thought, oh my gosh, what building is on fire? Turned out there was a gas station and a pawn shop that had ignited not too far from the Superdome, and New Orleans Fire and Rescue was out there doing their best to get it out. But we're pretty much confined to the downtown area, and with the water coming in, we're probably going to be confined to just where we're at right now. We've joined up with the crew from CBS Evening News, and we've all decided to stick together until our bosses say, come home to Miami, because there's strength in numbers, and I think we're going to try to get some food supplies in the next couple of days. But, yeah, it sucks. It's no fun. This is definitely a disaster. But people are pulling together. We're looking at each other for help and inspiration to make it through.
Well, despite, the circumstances there, Brian, you have done an outstanding job, and the information that you're getting out, although you're saying it's very limited, we're seeing this, and it's just words cannot describe the devastation, the catastrophe that has occurred there, and we're riveted to these images, and we're getting more and more of them, Brian, and then when you think you've seen the worst destruction you can possibly see, then you see more, and then you hear the story like the gentleman a little while ago who was telling the reporter that he was holding on to his wife's hand as long as he could, and then he could not hold her anymore, and he has no idea what has happened to her. So it's just a devastating situation.
Those human tragedy stories, and it's heartbreaking. Plus, people are exhausted, they're hungry, they're frazzled, they're scared, and when it gets dark here, Ellie, it gets dark.
Well, the federal government will certainly be stepping in to get food supplies to everyone. And Brian, you know, you've done a great job, and you've certainly taken us there with you. So you stay safe.
Yeah, Brian Andrews, thank you very much. Stay safe, and thank you for your reports. Looking forward to more of them here on CBS 4.
Well, as we know now, the storm has significantly downgraded. It's now a tropical system, but that system is still crawling across the U.S.
So where is Katrina right now? CBS 4's Jeff Taylor is live in weather control with some answers for us. Jeff.
Well, guys, it's already made its way into the Tennessee area, but still producing some heavy rain. Let's take a look over the last 12 hours. I'll show you what's going on. You can see that it's produced the rain in through the Nashville area, moving into Cincinnati, but notice that the stream of moisture extends all the way through Pennsylvania and up into New England. Now, certainly the heaviest rains right now are in through this area. We're looking at 3 to 5 inches of rain. Although that may not sound like a whole lot, you can imagine just a regular summer day here getting 3 to 5 inches of rain, and there is flooding potential and still tornado potential as well with this system, although it is continuing to weaken. You can see at the surface there is a little frontal boundary that moisture is kind of wrapping along, moving to the northeast, but fortunately the winds are coming down very quickly and the system is moving very quickly to the northeast. As of the last advisory, it was 50-mile-an-hour winds. Right now, 35-mile-an-hour winds. Still a tropical storm, but likely to be downgraded later on this afternoon. Racing to the north-northeast at 21 miles an hour. That is good news. About 25 miles south of Clarksville, Tennessee. It's still expected to move into the northeast. It looks like the system itself is going to stay away from the metropolitan areas of the northeast, but we're still looking at rain in that general area. And we also have some scattered showers around here in South Florida. We'll take a look at those coming up in just a minute.
Jeff, thanks. FP&L has restored power now to 90% of the people affected by Katrina, but still more than 100,000 remain without electricity. CBS 4's Leave Davalos is live in South Miami, one of the areas where the wait has become a very, very long one. Leave?
Well, since Friday, thousands of restoration crews have worked round the clock trying to restore service as fast as possible. In fact, here on Miller Avenue and 67th, we've seen FP&L trucks driving up and down the street, but several traffic lights are still down, and residents tell us they've had enough. Frustrated residents like this man flagged down FP&L trucks trying to find out just how much longer they will have to survive without power. Robbie McNamara hasn't had power since Thursday night.
It's been horrible. No power, you know, nobody's been around. Today's the first day we've even seen Southern Bell trucks. So it's been hard.
She and her husband didn't want to leave their dogs at home, so are relying on the kindness of strangers to bring them some relief.
They're bringing us ice, and we have some friends that don't live too far that have power. So my husband goes over there.
In Coral Gables last night, police went door to door with bags of ice for the thousands there still without power. And the city of Miami has provided thousands with water, ice, and hot meals, while restoration crews work 16-hour days to try to restore service to those affected by Hurricane Katrina. Nearly 1.3 million of the 1.4 million customers affected by the hurricane do have power, but the uprooted trees are slowing crews down. By tonight, FP&L says all customers south of Eureka Drive in Miami-Dade County and in Key Biscayne will have power. In Broward County, all customer service north of Commercial Boulevard will also be restored. Now here are the very latest numbers of power outages. 113,600 customers still without power in Miami-Dade. 35,400 in Broward County still without power. Now the power has been restored to 1,304,000 customers, and FP&L says by Friday, restoration should be complete throughout Miami-Dade and Broward County. We're live in South Miami. Leave Davalos, CBS 4 News.
Well, from the power to the hundreds of millions of dollars in damage on South Florida farms.
CBS 4's Tina Verona is live in Southwest Miami-Dade with that part of the story for us. Tina.
Well, Elliot, this is what we're talking about right here. Take a closer look at this avocado. This is severely sunburned. Therefore, this avocado is a total loss, much like all of the hundreds of other avocados here at De Leon Farms that have fallen off of their trees by Katrina, laying helplessly on the ground.
Basically, it's submerged in water and it spreads diseases and it cooks laying in the sun.
Destroyed were 75% of nursery crops grown by Jim Stribling of Miami AgriStarts during Hurricane Katrina. Jim's crops are just a mere portion of several nurseries affected by Katrina. Today, Florida Agriculture Commissioner Charles Bronson, along with Congresswoman Ileana Ross, Lieutenant's Chief of Staff, are touring several farms to see firsthand the damage to plant nurseries and determine the level of assistance farmers will need from the state and federal government. Early estimates predict the agricultural loss over $400 million, affecting numerous greenhouses, flooding acreage for vegetable planting, and knocking nearly half of the avocados off the trees in the South Dade area. Stribling says the devastation left behind by Katrina is much like the damage he suffered during Hurricane Andrew.
As bad as Andrew, because as you can see from the production facility here that's ready for sale, the structures that were damaged the most, the plants that are damaged the most, are the ones that were ready for sale in the next few months.
Now, obviously, those plants will not be sold. A very tough loss for these farmers out here. Now, Jim says during Hurricane Andrew, it took him 3 years to completely recover. So along with a lot of money will come a lot of time. We're live in Homestead. Tina Verona, CBS 4 News.
A lot of people going through tough times along the Gulf Coast and here in South Florida, as you can see. If you'd like to help out, you can call Neighbors for Neighbors. The number is 305-597-4404. Operators will be standing by to give you information on how you can help storm victims not only in Florida, but also in the Gulf Coast regions hit by the storm.
And for the very latest on the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, keep it here on CBS 4 News. We'll have complete coverage on the storm's impact beginning first at 5.
And then there is this story. Instead of helping out the less fortunate when Katrina hit South Florida, some thieves decided to help themselves. They burglarized a pawn shop, swiping several weapons during the raid. CBS 4's Joan Murray has a story from West Park.
The wires on the outside of the building, yanked electrical meters off the wall, even broke through double steel doors. Even now, pawn shop owner Bill Valentine isn't sure how it happened.
We have 2 separate alarm systems, and both companies have hardwire and cellular backup. So even if the telephone lines did go down, cellular backup, I was assumed, would be functional.
It wasn't functional because it all happened when Hurricane Katrina was battering Broward County last week. So police could not respond even when they did get a warning something was wrong. Now Valentine has been robbed of TVs, computers, stereos, and guns. Lots of them, mostly high-powered rifles and assault weapons.
Anybody that comes in to pawn a gun and or buy a gun has to go through a background check. And if they don't pass the background check, they don't get the guns. So that means the good guys get guns and the bad guys don't. Well, now all these guns that were stolen out of here are in the hands of people that could not normally, through correct channels, get a firearm.
The hands of the bad guys this afternoon. So if you have any information on this robbery here at A&B Pawn off State Road 7, give Broward Crime Stoppers a call at 954-493-TIPS. Live in suburban Broward County, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.
And still ahead on CBS 4 News at noon, a hostage drama at a South Florida grocery store.
We're going to tell you who is behind the gun and why when we come back.
It's quite impressive.
For 3 consecutive years.
We have been recognized
by J.D. Power and Associates
for giving our patients an outstanding experience.
The first
in the nation to achieve this distinction.
3 years in a row, it's Mercy Hospital.
Mercy Hospital. Mercy Hospital.
Mercy Hospital.
Mercy Hospital, defining quality.
I'm CBS 4's Maggie Rodriguez. Sometimes parenthood comes before you're ready. Neighbors for Neighbors wants you to know there's a safe place for your baby if you can't keep it. You can leave your unharmed baby approximately 3 days old or less at any hospital emergency room, staffed fire rescue station, or emergency medical station in the state of Florida, no questions asked. Call 305-597-4404 for more information.
Underwritten by Bank United and Herbert Hoover Foundation. If you see news in the making, dial star CBS 4 on your T-Mobile cellular phone.
A scary scene for some employees at a South Florida grocery store when they're held hostage by a gunman.
The suspect, a man police say they knew. Here's CBS 4's Robin Kish from Cooper City.
clients here at the store.
How's everybody doing?
Everybody's fine.
This Albertson store at 118 Griffin Road in Cooper City is open for business after a harrowing night. Police say the store was closing around 11 p.m. Monday as Kenroy Clark, a former employee, walked in wearing his uniform and held 3 of his former co-workers and a security guard at gunpoint. Investigators say Clark took the employee's cell phones and ordered one worker to open the store's safe and put the money inside a bag. When Clark noticed the Broward Sheriff's Office SWAT team had set up a perimeter outside the store, he ordered one of the employees to dress in his shirt and cap and then go outside holding the bag of money. Detectives say Clark then called 911, saying he was the store manager and identified the victim holding the money as the robber. In the end, Clark surrendered peacefully to police. No one was injured.
That's the good news, and he was taken into custody without incident less than 3 hours after this started.
Police say Clark, who used to work at this Cooper City Albertsons, was transferred to another Albertsons in Pembroke Pines where he was fired. The 37-year-old is now charged with 4 counts of armed robbery and 4 counts of false imprisonment. Reporting live in Cooper City, Robin Kish, CBS 4 News.
Next on CBS 4 News at noon, the latest on Katrina.
And our own steamy South Florida forecast with meteorologist Jeff Taylor.
After 14 months and 3 real estate agents telling me to lower my price, I got fed up and called Buy Owner. I raised my price by $20,000. I saved $47,000. Thanks, Buy Owner.
Thanks, Buy Owner. Get a jump on some of the biggest savings of the year at Behr's incredible pre-Labor Day weekend sale. This Wednesday, get up to 50% savings on every item in our showroom. No interest, 1 year, 24-hour delivery. Behr's pre-Labor Day weekend sale, Wednesday.
AvMed Medicare Preferred is the affordable way to get quality health care.
AvMed is not for profit, so it's not like we're trying to get money for our stockholders or anything like that. That's not what our goal is. We want to make sure that we can give back to our members as much as possible.
Get answers when you want them 24/7.
Our nurses are registered nurses, so they have the medical background so they can speak to you in medical terms.
If you need anything extra or you need anybody to assist you, we're just a phone call away.
We make it fast and easy to see a specialist.
Now, if you need a referral, no more paper. You get the name of the physician, you call and get an appointment.
We go that extra mile for our members.
Call 1-888-642-0368 for more information about AvMed Medicare Preferred and get your free government guide to Medicare's new coverage.
AvMed, it's more than what we do.
It's the way we do it. Putting our customers first.
Closed captioning sponsored by City Furniture, now offering same-day delivery 7 days a week.
We were told the Buy Owner would sign us up, take our money, put a sign in your yard, and disappear. How wrong they were.
We had a written offer and 3 backup offers within a week.
It was all very easy.
And we saved $13,000.
Thanks, Buy Owner.
Thanks, Buy Owner.
We're getting breaking news right now. The Associated Press reporting that President Bush will cut short his vacation to return to Washington on Wednesday tomorrow, to help monitor federal efforts to assist victims of Hurricane Katrina. The president, of course, also impacted by these dramatic pictures we've been seeing. He will now cut short his visit to California, return to Washington, and concentrate on what the federal government can do to help these folks out. And Angela, as you can see,
yes,
they are in need of a lot of federal assistance.
They are, and the president saying, quote, we have got a lot of work to do. He is correct. Okay, let's get you a check of weather. Jeff Taylor?
Looking at real-time Doppler 4, a few showers are coming in. This is Broward County. Coconut Creek just saw a cell leave. We've got this one offshore. Everything is moving to the north. Meanwhile, down in Dade, same kind of situation. Very spotty showers, but a little bit of a downpour just to the northeast of Hialeah and around Dadeland. And this kind of scenario is going to play out for the rest of the afternoon. Let's take a look at the last 12 hours. We started off okay. We've seen some upper-level clouds coming in off the water, but you can see the moisture is coming from the south. That southerly flow is going to be kind of scattered today, so kind of hit and miss in terms of the showers. Sticky sun, certainly humidity's way up there with a few spotty storms. Better chance for storms later in the week. Meanwhile, out in the tropics, we're watching a couple different things. The remnants of Tropical Depression 13 and 2 areas of low pressure. We're looking for possible development. For tonight, though, we're looking for temperatures to stay right around average. Today, 92 degrees, steam and sun, a few of those storms. Boaters, south winds at 10 to 15. Tonight, maybe a quick shower, 80 degrees, but during the week, things are looking not too bad with storms likely on Friday. Guys?
CBS 4 News at noon is coming right back.
The Menendez brothers, Scott Peterson, the BTK killer. They were all nice, normal neighbors living on a street like yours.
Please help me. Mr. McNeil tortured his family.
Prosecutor Annabeth Chase takes on the cases that happened to the people next door.
You better have credible victims and physical proof. I do, and I will.
Close to home. CBS Tuesdays this fall.
Has driving become difficult? Does the glare from the sun seem worse? Does your vision appear more blurred or distorted? If so, cataracts may be affecting your vision. The Rand Eye Institute, established by Dr. William J. Rand, is a leader in vision correction and provides a panel of over 20 doctors specializing in cataract surgery, corneal conditions, treatment of glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, and more. To schedule an evaluation, call 877-RAND-EYE or go to randeye.com. The Rand Eye Institute, celebrating 25 years of excellence in ophthalmology.
Before you leave on your vacation this summer, take a look at your auto insurance. Are you certain that you're getting the best price? You should know Mercury Insurance consistently beats its competitors in head-to-head rate comparisons. Florida drivers can save over $500 a year. So whatever road you take this summer, take Mercury along.
Mercury Insurance, going the extra mile for you. For a fast, free quote, call 888-4-MERCURY.
Do you want to sell your house or property in 24 hours? Call 1-800-NO-AGENT. Do no repairs, pay no commissions.
No matter what the reason you need to sell now, we can get you your cash fast. Call now. 1-800-NO-AGENT.
I get headaches a lot. Some weeks it's like I get one every day. It was so frustrating. I used to take anything in reach. I knew some medicines caused stomach problems, but my stomach felt fine. And then I found out, even if you don't feel it, aspirin can be damaging to your stomach. So maybe there's some problems going on that you don't even feel. I'm not okay with that.
The pure pain relief of Tylenol works fast on your headaches and is safer on your stomach.
That's it for us. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Insomnia. Not being able to fall asleep or stay asleep can affect your ability to function. The Baumel-Eisner Institute is conducting a clinical research study to evaluate an investigational medication for insomnia. Call our doctors at 1-800-755-1999 to find out if you may be eligible to participate. After all, waiting for morning is no way to spend the night. Baumel-Eisner, your life is our life's work.
Do you walk into a room and imagine it redesigned? Do you have a notebook full of sketches? If you do, you're thinking like an interior designer. So why not become one?
At the Art Institute, you'll get a hands-on education designed to launch your career. You'll learn from experienced faculty, and small classes mean you'll get the individual attention you're looking for.
You belong here.
The Art Institute, 1-800-849-6836.
Start the search for your next car at CarMax. Instead of driving around all day, come to where you can compare features and options and test drive nearly every make and model on one lot. So start your search today. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
Start your used car search at CarMax. We've sold more guaranteed quality used cars than anyone else in America. So if you want to know what a high-quality used car looks like, come to CarMax and just take a look. CarMax, the way car buying should be.
Ready for fall? Then call LA Weight Loss.
This is me, and this is me, 98 pounds lighter. The first 10 days, I lost 13 pounds. It was great. I was a size 18, but after doing the LA Weight Loss program, I'm now a size 4. I was able to do things with my kids that I couldn't do before. This can change your life. Pick up the phone and call. 35 weeks, 98 pounds, you can do it.
LA Weight Loss Centers. Call for your free consultation. 1-800-526-SLIM.
BrandSmart USA can help you get more laundry done in less time with a Duet washer and dryer from Whirlpool.
a washer that can handle up to 16 pairs of jeans in a single load, and a dryer that dries faster than you ever thought possible, with optional pedestals for added storage. Specially priced right now at BrandsMart USA, where an amazing selection of Whirlpool appliances meets legendary BrandsMart USA service. Get more laundry done in less time with Duet. From BrandsMart USA, of course, your favorite brand at the lowest price.
Watch the Fantasy 5 drawing tonight on CBS 4 News at 11, your lottery station.
TV's next great thriller, Criminal Minds, CBS Wednesdays this fall.
Now let me get this straight.